Good morning, all. Welcome to another episode of Valdestad's Voice, and I'm your host, Valdestad. I know it's been about a week since I made my last video, but my voice was hoarse and I was coughing all the time, and this is the first time that I'm actually able to talk normally. If you call it normal after a week of having the flu, and then after that having the coughs and all that. But beside the point, let's get right into the topic. I worked yesterday, and actually I worked all week. I worked every day, to be honest with you, since I got back to working since last Sunday. So I have worked Sunday through Friday, 6 straight days, trying to make up the money that I've lost for 3 days prior to that, being sick. And, Sunday was really good, actually. I think GrubHub was trying to get me back to at least close to a respectable, money-making effort. And I made almost $200 on that Sunday. Normally, I make anywhere from $80 to $150. Just depends, right? So I was thinking, okay, well, December's going to be pretty good. Well, unfortunately, that was a false sense of security because, as I've talked about maybe before on other videos, briefly, but throttling is real. Throttling is very real. What throttling means is that the platform that you're on, regardless of which one, it could be any of them, they will cap you at a certain dollar per hour per week rate based on the number of hours that you work. So it doesn't matter if you're hustling and bustling and you're a go-getter and you basically, want to make as much money as possible in any given time. The reality is they won't let you. And this is what's going on this week for me. And maybe some of you guys can relate. Monday isn't a new day of the work week. Okay, and as I said, I had a really good Sunday. So Monday, for less than 3 hours of work, about 3 hours of work, I should say, I worked the dinner shift that night, I made about $76, which is very good. I mean, you're talking over $25 an hour. So, I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be a really good week. Tuesday was even better because it snowed, a slushy rain snow mix here. And literally in about, I would say, 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours, I made over $100. That's even better, right? Okay, so you're thinking, okay, so my hourly is close to $27, $28 an hour for the week, starting Monday to the end of Tuesday, which is awesome. I was basically at about $170 in less than, let's say 6 hours, okay? So I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be an awesome week. Wednesday rolls around and it's, kind of rainy at the same time, and it was horrible. I got I'd say about $40. $40 for Wednesday night in a 3-hour shift. Now, you're thinking, okay, well, that's still about $13.33 an hour. Yeah, I guess that's true too. But with everything being equal, the weather and whatnot, and Wednesday is usually a lot better than Tuesday and Monday because it's hump day and whatnot, you would think it'd be a little better. I mean, I wasn't even getting Taco Bell orders on that night. I got, I think, only about 4 orders for Wednesday night. And I was cherry picking, of course. So you got to think there, well, something's going on. Okay, well, I said, well, maybe it was an aberration. People are just basically out and about or not wanting to order out. Okay, I'm thinking, and keep in mind, I forgot to mention to you, I'm just solo GrubHubbing only. Soloing GrubHub. I'm not multi-apping or dual-apping or any of that stuff. Because I'm trying to get over what was ailing me, I'm just doing solo apping GrubHub this whole week. Okay? So, Thursday comes around, and I made about $107 on Thursday. Now, keep in mind, however, I worked about 7 hours on Thursday. So I worked the lunch rush on Thursday because I was kind of ticked off on the Wednesday and only making about $40. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to work a split shift. I'm going to work 11 to 2 and like 5:30 to 8:30 or 9, okay? So 7 hours, I made 107. Now, that's not that great. It's about maybe close to average in my area. But at least it was over $100, okay? Now, keep in mind, still doing okay. I made for the week at that point about $350, okay, for the week for 4 days, Monday through Thursday. So if you look at it like that, it's not terrible. But if you look at it per day for Wednesday and Thursday for the hours worked, it's not great either. So yesterday, I should say, I was having high hopes, okay? So I was going to basically do a little trick of mine where I started a block at 10:30 in the morning and it ended at 1. And my other block started at 6 p.m. and ended at 8:30. My trick is I was just going to leave the app on after coming home at about 2 o'clock for 3 hours, 3.5, 4 hours of receiving receiving offers. I was just going to reject all offers to pad my number of hours that I've been on. Guess what? From the time I got home, from 2 o'clock all the way till about 6:30, I received no offers. None at all, which is strange as heck. Normally in my area, I get at least some offers or at least a few Taco Bell offers. And I got none for the first time ever. No offers in 4.5 hours. So, in the morning shift for Friday, I only made $22 in 3 offers. This is cherry picking again, mind you. Cherry picking, only got 3 offers, $22. And I rejected one ridiculous one, okay? Then I'm thinking, okay, well, the Friday night has to be better. And it was a little better, but from 6:30 to 9 o'clock, which is 3.5 hours yesterday, I only made about $60. Okay, granted, that's about $17.50 an hour, roughly estimated, right? But it was raining, it was cold, and that combination along with the Friday night keeps people in. So most people were not at restaurants, they were basically bunkering down at home, or as my wife said, well, they could have been shopping. They could, getting ready for the holidays. Well, isn't that what Black Friday and Cyber Monday was all about as well? Now, granted, I know there's malls and all that, so yeah, she could have been right. But to only make about $86 on a Friday, being online from 10:30 in the morning all the way to 9 p.m., okay, you're talking about 10.5 hours? Wait, no, 11.5 hours. Yeah, wait. 11 to 9 is 10 hours. Yeah, 10.5 hours. Only making $85? Something is definitely going on, and this is the whole point I'm making. If throttling is real, which I believe it is, I've done all the evidence, I've taken stats of every day that I've worked, every hour I've worked based on a per week period since late August. If, which I think it is, throttling is real, no matter what you do, whether you cherry pick or not cherry pick, it's not going to matter in the long run. Because if you make a certain amount an hour per day, and ultimately the more important stat is hour per week amount. If you make a certain dollar per hour per week and you go above your actual normal cost of living average or your high ceiling threshold in your particular area, you're not going to make more than that. They're going to throttle you, and they're either going to give you really cruddy offers, which is low pay offers, or they're going to give you offers that are ridiculously so far away that no one else will take, that they're just going to give it to you hoping you'll take it. And I wasn't willing to do either of those. So I did get offers yesterday, but they were of the low pay, no tip offers, or offers that were ridiculously far for the amount of money they were offering. So, is this fair that these platforms are capping drivers so that they basically won't have to pay you, so that they can spread it out amongst the other drivers, the part-time drivers and whatnot? I mean, is this fair in your opinion? You could be willing to work longer to get more money, but they don't give you anything, or you could be cherry picking like crazy and they won't give you anything good, or you could basically be wanting to go the above and beyond. They still won't give you anything hour wise to pay wise. What do you guys think? Put a comment below. I want to hear your opinions on this. Is this fair for these gig app companies to throttle you and pay no matter how many hours that you're on, because you worked hard in the beginning of the week, or worked a lot of hours in the beginning of the week, and later on in the week you're getting penalized because you made too much money? Is that right? Is that fair? Let me know. And thanks for listening, guys. I know, like I said, it's been a while, but I really, really feel better now, as my voice can kind of tell you. So, yeah. Thanks a lot, guys. I'm rambling now, but hopefully you guys are doing well yourselves during the holiday season, and hopefully you guys are making your money wherever you are in your market. This is Valdestat signing off. Have a great day.